morning, have you ever had those mornings where you feel like you're crippled in fear? You're not sure that you're doing the right thing, or what you're doing is even worth what you're doing. You know, those things are things that come upon us when we're trying to serve God. And the thing that we have to remember is that God says, be anxious for nothing. Through Paul in Philippians, he writes, be anxious for nothing, but in all prayer and supplications, bring your petitions to the Lord. And what that should remind us is that when we're doing something for God, when we're truly serving Him, that when we have the fear, just like Moses suffered from that fear. Remember when God spoke to him and he said, go and talk to my people. And he said, but I stutter. And what he was saying is that he was anxious. And God sent a helper with him. So sometimes we need that helper. But the thing that we have to remember, first of all, is that when we're serving God truly, we need to ask Him for prayer. We need to ask Him for help. We need to ask Him for guidance. Sometimes when we're serving Him and we're talking to somebody, it just means just to listen. Because that's all that person might need. Sometimes it means that we need to point them in the right direction. I think about people who God has often brought into my life from time to time who they have no sense of, or they have no direction of what they're going to do. They have the capability, they have the means, they just don't have the capability because they're paralyzed in fear. And all we can do is encourage them to do what's right, show them things that can help them with their capabilities, but we can't force them, and we lift them up in prayer. You know, the other thing that comes to mind when we're serving God, especially when we get crippled in fear, is where Paul talks about, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Again, that we need to have the power of Christ to be able to serve God. Without His power, without Him being in us and indwelling us, what we do is fruitless. So just remember, guys, that fear, that anxiety, that depression that we get crippled with, it's not from God. It could be from us, it could be from the enemy, but it's not from God. God wants us to serve Him with joy and to know that we can lean on Him. Guys, I hope you have a blessed day. Love you.